This is page 40. And I always say, sardonically perhaps, arguably this is the most important page of the book. Honestly, you can make that claim about almost any page in this book. That's why it's such a wonderful puzzle. And here we get even more confusion. He's he walks across the beach, visits his family. His family are like working class. And I'm sure, like many of you and like myself, many academics who come from those people really have imposter syndrome and are really like, you know what? They're right. This is all stupid. We're reading a book about the philosophy of whatever and sitting inside and not really working or doing anything real. And the ability to push all of that behind you in the name of education, in the name of thinking, the name of exploration of the mind is virtually impossible in a lot of cases. I was lucky enough to grow up all over the place with all kinds of different classes. So when it came time for me to pretend that I was an academic, I understood that I could. I had to hide certain things. Then from the other side of the family, they were like, "Why are you studying English? Don't you already speak English?" Or like, "You're doing a PhD? How many classes do you need to take to know the thing?" They're legitimate questions. Here's page 40. It's pretty dense and it's pretty beautiful. His tuneful whistle sounds again, finely shaded, with rushes of the air, his fists big drumming on his padded knees. This wind is sweeter. Houses of decay, mine, his and all. You told the Clongowes gentry you had an uncle a judge and an uncle a general in the army. Come out of them, Stephen. Beauty is not there, nor in the stagnant bay of Marsh's library where you read the fading prophecies of Joachim Abbas. For whom? The 100-headed rabble of the cathedral close? A hater of his kind ran from them to the wood of madness, his mane foaming in the moon, his eyeballs stars. Oh my God. Huin him. Horse nostrilled. Man, horses are all over the place in this book. We're going to visit those words later too. Horse nostrilled. The oval equine faces. Temple. Buck Mulligan. Foxy Campbell. Lantern Jaws. Abbas' father, furious Dean, what offense laid fire to their brains? Paf! Descende calve, ut ne nimium decalveris. A garland or grey hair on his comminated head. See him me clambering down to the footpace, descende, clutching a monstrous basiliskid. Get down, bald pole. Hey, that's a reference to our hero. Leopold Bloom, who's also called Poldy. I don't know how that's a reference, but I think it might be. A choir gives back menace and echo, assisting about the altar's horns. The snorted Latin of jack priests, moving burly in their albs, tonsured and oiled and gelded, fat with the fat of kidneys of wheat. Sounds directly out of the Odyssey, huh? And at the same instant, perhaps, a priest rounding the corners, elevating it. Dring, dring, and 2 streets off another, locking it into a pix. Dring-a-ding. Down, up, forward, back. Dan Oakham thought of that invincible doctor. A misty English morning, the imp hypotheses tickled his brain, bringing his host down And kneeling, he heard twine with his second bell, the first bell in the transept. He is lifting his. And, rising, heard, no, I am lifting. They're two bells. He is kneeling. Twang in diphthong. A lot of rising and lifting here. And the church. And the host. That's right. Naughty people. Cousin Stephen, you will never be a saint. Isle of Saints, you were awfully holy, weren't you? You prayed to the Blessed Virgin that you might not have a red nose. You prayed to the devil in Serpentine Avenue that the Fubsy widow in front might lift her clothes still more from the wet street. Oh, si, certo. Sell your soul for that, do. Dyed rags pinned round a squaw. More tell me, more still. On the top of the house tram, alone crying to the rain, naked women. What about that, eh? What about what? What else were they invented for? Reading 2 pages apiece of 7 books every night, eh? I was very young. You bowed to yourself in the mirror, stepping forward to applause earnestly, striking face. Hooray for the goddamn idiot. Hooray! No one saw. Tell no one. Books you were going to write with letters for titles. Have you read his F? Oh, yes, but I prefer Q. I like that scene. All kinds of things all over the place here. What do you think? Like and subscribe in the comments, and you too can learn about who is Dan Occam. Maybe you can look it up on the interweb. Be safe out there, party people. Be safe.